What's going on, tribe? The way that camera set up, I can't see if it's people in there, so I won't be able to see if y'all commenting. I have to try to see if I can watch it from my other phone. Or just mute my volume. How y'all doing today? Hopefully well. If anybody is tuned in yet. Alright. I'm in the chat. I'm watching my other phone. So look like I'm the only one in here right now. I ain't gonna wait too long because I always leave my lives up anyway so that people can play back. If you comment, let me know in the comments whether you chatted live or whether you're chatting in the post live. It's during the watch. Either way, it's been a minute since I got up with y'all. I had every intentions of showing the other decks that I did the short about, but that just didn't happen. So I wanted to show these two because I told you I had got 7 in total. These been sitting here all week. So we got to check them out. I got them flip-flopped. This is the self-care deck. This is the Comforting Wisdom Oracle deck. I'm going to look at these today. Get the energies. Pretty much just go with the flow on these. It's been a minute since I've been live, and I haven't done a reading pretty much all week. Yeah. And the last thing I did was the short, letting y'all know about the decks. What's up, y'all? Say hi on your way in. Let me know where you're from. How your day going? Where you at? We're about to get into these self-care cards and see what message you got. Because this is part of the new decks I got. This is what we're doing today. Checking the vibes with the new decks I got. I said I was going to go live because I didn't get to y'all throughout the week. And it's been a minute since I've been live. I think this is the first live of 2026. A reflection card came out. It's number 51. The perfect man of old looked after himself first before looking to help others. It says, take some time to be outside this evening. Breathe in the fresh air and breathe out the stress of the day. Watch the sunset or reflect on the vastness of the universe as you stargaze. Enjoy Mother Nature and all she has to offer. And I feel like that even in the winter, if you could bear the cold. I've been sitting outside a lot in the cold lately. Just standing out there, reflecting. At the bottom of the deck, we got truly sacred rest is soul care. We honor quiet time alone. We intentionally step away from the chaos of life. We unplug from noise and distractions. We relish moments of tranquility. Dana. That's number 57. Pause. Shed a layer. Recalibrate. Yes, it's needed sometimes. That's another reflection card. At the very back of the deck, we got an affirmation. Owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we'll ever do. Brene Brown, I believe, is the name. What is a negative narrative you tell about yourself? What is a negative narrative you tell about yourself? Take a breath and let it go. That's number 12. Three. Three energy. Create a different story. I'm down with that. I could get down with that. Now we're gonna move on to the wisdom, the comfort and wisdom deck oracle. For those that are just now coming in, we just getting the energy of some new decks that I got. Chilling with y'all because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done a live, and I haven't done a read all week. We probably gonna have an interlude, and then I'll do a reading as well. But right now, it's just getting the energy pool, getting some advice. Dream. 58. Keep your feet on the ground. The bigger the dream, the more grounded you need to be while pursuing it. Don't overexert yourself. Don't overextend yourself, but don't overexert yourself either. It came out for a reason, or you may begin feeling over the dream. That hit me. Begin. Thank you, Spirit. Being tired or frustrated could mean you've overdone things. Moderation in your efforts going after a dream is the wisest course to plot now. Choose the middle path between stark realism and unbridled optimism. Have a backup plan and emphasize long term rather than short term strategies. Yeah, it's like get comfy, get cozy with it. You lit the fire. Now enjoy it. Is what I'm feeling with the two images that are on the card. That's a dream card, and then a ground card also came out. 21. Prioritize peace. Make peace your mission. Quiet nature settings inspire peaceful feelings, and sacred spaces inspire peaceful prayers. Keep returning to peaceful thoughts. Measure actions. Ensure peace of mind. Avoid extremes to bring balance, or employ peace to neutralize chaotic energy. A peaceful approach creates greater gains than going into battle now. Petty feuds distract from destined pursuits. Peace is the comfort you seek. Commune with spirit. But yeah, this is a call to get outside. Like I said, no matter what the weather is around you, and get grounded in your dreams and everything. I feel like you're gonna get messages with being out in nature. That was number 21. That's three energy again. At the bottom of the deck, we got 24. Six energy. Help something grow. What's young, new, vulnerable, or ready to expand and needs your help to mature. I heard mature. To mature. Gardening is grounding because it yields tangible results. Grow what can be touched or held, like a home addition, coin collection, food bank, or core muscle. Growing numbers on the screen, social followers, and stock shares won't create cozy comfort. So, so get offline. Your life force is fertilizer. Altruism connects your roots to the collective. Oh, plant the seed and watch it grow. I'm hearing Janae Ayoko. Inhale, exhale. Mm, mm. I can't catch what the song is, but it's Janae Ayoko. At the very back of the deck, 16. Giggle to increase intimacy. Lighten the energy in your interactions. Be playful, joke around, and act silly to strengthen bonds or to repair a relationship following a difficult experience. Sharing a good natured belly laugh with someone or catching a mischievous twinkle in each other's eyes signal that all is well on a deeper level. Comedy creates camaraderie, brighten up. A situation may not be as bad as it seems. Yeah, I'm hearing sunshine. My girl, that's my girl. Okay, sunshine on a cloudy day. Oh, that's nice. So those were two of the decks that I didn't say anything about, that I didn't do that short about, but y'all remember these, right? We're gonna go with it. I feel like this message that's already being made by the oracle cards, self care, and the comfy, what is it? The comforting wisdom oracle are saying to be playful, lighten up, lean on your inner child, get outside, ground yourself, find ways to ground yourself if you are unable to get outside. But I feel like everybody should be able to get outside. That's just a thing that you should be able to do, even if it's on a balcony, even if it's on the porch. Get out there, smell that fresh air, breathe it in, breathe it out. What I'm hearing, Ralph Smart, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. I might need to check out Ralph Smart. Meditate, sit out there, have you some coffee, smoke your little something, drink your little something, just get out there and be in it. Right now, I'm gonna bust a tarot message out of the banned books. I'm gonna put these off to the side because I just feel like I should, but I just had to introduce them and let y'all know what we moving on to. I feel like some people have been waiting for this. If nobody else, I have. What's going on? We got Nine of Paper, which I think that's Nine of Pentacles. Caroline, Neil Gaiman. I don't know how this was that bright light over. That's Nine of Pentacles. Fulfillment. Intangible things. Then we read about something making it grow. Yeah, 24. Help something grow. It ain't always got to be your money. Grow. I'm getting growth in creation because it brought me to the journals that I'm creating. That's a long process. We got a Ace of Pens, which is the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be clarity in something that you discover from the past. I'm hearing retrospective, rewinding something back. 13th Reason Why, Jay Asher. Like, I don't know probably majority of these books, but I just like books, and really I thought I was getting something different with the banned books, but it's still a good deck. I've been working with it this week. I've been getting good messages with it, and so far I feel like there is a good message with this as well, because with the Nine of Paper and the Ace of Pens coming out, This is really leaning me towards getting out in nature to get that clarity on your purpose and something that can help you grow your money, grow your finances, but also not to be so focused on that because we had that as one of um, the help something grow. Like gardening is grounding because it yields tangible results. Grow what can be touched or held, like a home edition, coin collection, food bank, or core muscle. So it's like take something that you like to do that you are already doing. It feels like a hobby. I got working out from that. I got collecting coins, being a collector of something, renovating your home, having a food bank. In that food bank, it just brought me an image of this lady who has basically a food bank slash what do you call those places? I guess you can call it a food bank that also gives like essentials, blankets, shoes, a one stop shop like churches be doing at times, but she do it in her front line, and all she says she needs is a building. But again, that's outside, being outside in nature. Her sitting on her porch one day is probably what gave her the insight to do such a thing. But I feel like this ace of pens, which is the ace of swords, and it being up in the clouds with a cassette tape and rewinding things back. This feels like one nostalgia and thinking back on life with regret because you didn't get out and adventure. I don't know what Caroline does, but she looked like she prepared to take a walk. And it doesn't matter if the weather changes. It looked like she got on a raincoat. She probably got on some boots. Like she's already in nature by the ancestors, thus the tree. Flowers are blossoming around her, so it could be spring. Bottom of the deck, we got five of words, which is the five of wands. The hate you give, Angie Thomas. Mm. At the very back of the deck, we got the Fool, the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain. That's heavy. The message I'm getting with this is heavy and political, and that's just not what I do. So I'm gonna think and put it into terms where it goes in line with the self care part of things. I'm getting released like competition kind of things and kind of cease the the combat type fights, like the hand to hand combat, like the being out in there, being out in it is giving me more of learning from learning from things of the past, more using your intellectual mind. So I feel like this is for someone who is like an activist, basically understanding that you need that self care energy as well to pause, shed some layers, recalibrate. You need rest, even as a warrior, to be able to continue to fight. I'm here get lost in the book, and I'm here reading Rainbow. So, and for some reason, this Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is It's drawing me, but I feel like I read that like back in the day. I feel like I read that in school. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. It feels like a heavy book, which most of these might be being that they're banned, but some of them are banned for different reasons. Read it, read it. Okay, all right. Spirit said read it. Spirit said read the food card because this book does. It just tells you. How about to see? Fuck it. Sometimes I don't be understanding. Okay, representing innocence, freedom, and the spirit of adventure. The fool embarks on a journey filled with unknowns, just as Huck Finn did. It invites you to follow the river of life wherever it may lead, challenging norms and remaining open to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Banned for its use of racial language and themes, the adventures of Huckleberry Finn remains an enduring tale of potential and self discovery, as well as a humorous critique on societal norms. Okay, yeah, yeah, I can see that. Definitely, because I feel like this is the time where, people not only need to, or, and are, they not only need to, they are going to start to question the social norms and the things that we are following and just saying that's how it is. Um, still today, when a lot of this stuff was invented and made up from people that thousands, hundreds of years ago, and then it came back out anyway. Yeah, it came back out anyway. Like, yeah, it's the signs of the times, is what I'm hearing with that. Like, it's, yeah, it feels like a training ground more than a battleground, though. It doesn't feel like a whole bunch of battle. It feels like the power of the pen. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the power of the pen. I'm hearing Don Lemon. What's up with Don Lemon? All boys aren't blue. George M. Johnson. Seven of Paper, which is Seven of Pentacles, and he's gardening. Yeah, it's like what you put your energy into, what you feed into, what you nourish will nourish you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that was deep. At the back of the deck, we got strength. I know why the cage bird sings. Yeah, some things yeah, things are happening. I'm hearing Michael Jackson. You're gonna be starting something. Gotta be starting something. How do you know? Oh, yeah, you're stuck in the middle. Mm, yeah, it's a lot. These are the times. I mean, ain't no avoiding it. Ain't no avoiding it. The adventure is gonna be outside, not in these computers. This ain't Zelda. This is what I'm hearing. At the bottom of the deck, Ace of Ink Wells. So that's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's about that overflow, the color purple. That I'm hearing rise up. Um, yeah, I'm hearing three different versions of the song. Excuse me. I'm hearing the Lettucey version. Um, I can't get who this other girl is, but I did listen to her. What is? I can't get her voice out. Uh, oh, short hair. She had short hair. She had a few songs. Oh, this was early. What, 2000s maybe? I'm sorry, y'all. I know they be killing y'all, but I got to know who this girl is because I know her, and I feel like it's significant because it's Andrea Day. Yeah. So I'm hearing that version, Lettucey's version, and a the gospel hymn version of it. Like they're colliding because Rise Up is being said over and over again, but each of those songs have different tones. So those three, yeah. At the very back of the deck, we got The Great Gatsby, The Devil card. Yeah. All that shit. It's look here. Was not expecting this. So this is what this deck is gonna come and do. I got you banned books. So it's about the overflow again. Again with the self-care. Like people are going to start to go inwards and then they gonna realize, wait a fucking minute. Wait one goddamn minute. No the fuck. No no. No no. And the Great Gatsby, the Great Gatsby connected with the devil card is blowing me right now. So yeah, but if you know, you know. If you picking up what I'm putting down, if you feeling what's going on, then yeah, I know you tapped in. Yeah. Spirit said what's understood ain't got to be explained. Current energy, 10 of Papers, the Joy Luck Club, Amy Tan, with The Perks of Being a Wildflower by Stephen. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Chbosky. It feel like some of y'all screaming at me like y'all know the name of the book. Page of Inkwells. So Page of Cups with the 10 of Papers, with the 10 of Pentacles. Page of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, that's that inner child helping you get to that. Go get that bag. Go get that bag. Lil Russell. Yeah, inner child helping you get through the muck of it. Inner child giving you the strength, the courage to start questioning this shit, questioning why society is the way it is, why we, go along with 90% of this shit to a world. Yeah, you're starting to see that it's yeah, it's two of words, brave new world. Two of words is two of wands. People planning, people planning things. So those people that are, I'm hearing, scolding those that are not in, putting themselves in harm's way, um, need to understand that it's about the power of the pen. It's about the intellectual aspect of this, not the screaming, hoot, and hollering. Because I'm hearing and seeing the Tupac interview where he like started to where he pretty much was saying that protesting out in the streets like that is that's just for the birds. Some of y'all need to know and understand and get that. Like it's 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 planning behind something to the of this magnitude for it to work in the way that it needs to work. Yeah, is education behind it. It's thought behind it. It's strategizing and actually putting some heat around these motherfuckers collars. Fahrenheit 451. That's why I said heat. Fahrenheit temperature hot 451. That's 400 degrees. If you know, you know. Ray Bradbury, and that's that judgment again. Introspection, looking within, connecting collectively. What it says, altruism connects your roots to the collective. I'm hearing telepathic thoughts. Okay, so leave it there with the tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for that message. So, yeah, planning, but above all, remember self care because a lot of this is by design. But no matter how scary it is, 100% of it is needed. Thank you, Spirit. We're gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit because this deck is funny as shit. It's funny to me. The Dead Inside deck, dark, real, hilarious. It is a darkly funny deck for spiritually exhausted people, and I would say that that's what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. And coming straight out, still not over it. Regret, loop thoughts, lingering feeling. That loop thoughts really hit. That's what the first thing I was drawn to. Seeing, never replied, ghosted again. Rejection, silence, confusion. Silence is what they want. Confusion is what they want. The feeling of rejection has always been what they wanted because that means that I can make you believe that I'm better than you, but you're not. Anxiety or just too much coffee. Yeah. So is it anxiety or just what you consuming? Your social media drink of the day. your your I'm hearing ashwagandha, your mushroom coffee, which is not mud water by the way. Like it's still just overloading you with caffeine. It's not healing your gut. It's not healing that second brain. Over explaining everything. Over explaining everything. Like over explaining to me that's a liar. A liar. Definitely someone that's insecure and unable to accept accountability with things that's going on in life. Can't sleep, might spiral. Yeah. I'm here insane in the membrane. Laughing through the pain. Came out with made the list, ignored the list. So yeah, and not feeling guilty about it. So having a sense of humor through all this bullshit. Like, how could you do that? Because what's the saying? Y'all like to go off of all these old ass sayings. Ain't the saying laugh to keep from crying? That's how. That's how people just you know still finding joy. Joy first. Like overstimulated in public. This feel like empathic energy as well. And then the made the list, ignored the list. This is calling to the overexertion of yourself, the overextending of yourself, the making it your priority to put other people's shit on your to-do list. Like, and that means work, all of that shit. Like, prioritize your peace. Sit the fuck down outside on your porch. How have your caffeine right there. Have your upper and a lower, if you get what I mean. Stop listening to all the noise. Trying not to lose it. Yeah. Don't have having shit pent up, shoulders all pent up, need some tension tamer and shit because you want to try to take on the world. It's not that ain't your job. Stick to what's for you. Stick to what you need to do. Prioritize what you gotta do. Toxic but familiar. Yeah. Because it's like the loop. Well, I don't know where the loop was, but yeah. It's the loop. So this shit happens like clockwork if you pay attention. Doing it again. Oops. Yeah. But it ain't no oops. Like I said, this shit is manufactured. Like just pay attention. It's just cycling through. But what you should pay attention to is joy instead of all the noise and the distractions and the division that they put in front of you. Go on an adventure like Huckleberry, whatever his name is, Finn, but leave the racism and shit out of it because what the fuck? That shit, that's not the vibe. Yeah, thought it was a vibe. It wasn't. That's the red flag. The fuck? Come on now. Let's not act like we don't know what's going on. Shopping to feel good. Yeah. Consumerism to feel good instead of bucking the system. Fuck out of here. I'm no, I'm not sorry. Not at all. Sorry, not sorry. Like Spirit said, give it to him raw. and will and will. Cause y'all need to know better. That ain't even like I said, that ain't even my vibe. At the bottom of that conflict freeze, shut down, guilt, fear of disapproval. Yeah. Fuck you need approval from these motherfuckers for. I'm here just like music. Ooh. Like yeah, listen to more music. Sing more songs. Like and sing you know what I mean? Like what's your music intake? What are you listening to? And I'm not even talking about just on the lyrics that people are saying. Like what frequency is it at? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it a little bit of both? Playful, whimsical? Like because it feels like that's what's needed right now instead of all this hardcore you know what I'm saying? Like listen to what you listen to, but make sure it has some feel good to it for you. What feels good for you in the moment. Like it's gonna lift your spirits, not add to the anxiety, the rowdiness, the conflict, the bullshit. Like I feel like that's why a lot of people are happy about Ti, the new album, because it's like it got that familiar sound, that nostalgic sound where we was cutting up kind of carefree. Like it bring a certain generation back to when shit was fun. Like of course there was still shit going on because shit i'm I'm of the generation where shit 9/11 happened, but again you still find ways to find joy. You don't get consumed by all the negativity because that's the energy drain. That's the what I mean, that's just like any freaking demon entity, something that wants to siphon your energy. They want the fear is the lust. The fear is the most potent when that feeling is rushing and connected to your blood. Stop it. Acceptance isn't resignation. Yeah. I'm here, Master Shifu, inner peace. Like, inner peace. That's what it's about. Attracting wounded partners. Yeah. This is like meeting people on a level because you're on that level. But then what I say to that is even once you get past that level, a lot of people go on to this, blocked, kind of like I leveled up, so I ain't fucking with you no more type energy where it's like that's petty as fuck, which we heard about pettiness in here as well. And then after this, we're gonna move on to the Bless the Block deck. But it's like that is what is that helping? Like that's still ego not integrated, but claiming you healed, claiming you this and claiming you that, but you find joy, like absolute joy, like and I know because I wouldn't call that joy because looking down on another person should not be joyous. So what energy would we say that connects with? Because it's not joy. Yeah, I would say jealousy spirit in a sense. In a sense. Intimidation. Yes, thank you, spirit. What else? I'm trying to think, because that's just not pet. It's definitely petty overall. Because it's like that person probably wasn't meant to go the long mile with you anyway. But you always held some sort of resentment towards them, but and still don't realize that you do. So that part of you that that person is reflecting is still not healed within you. What? But you think you flexing? You get like, baby. But I say you can love people from a distance. I send you all the love. I send you all the positive vibes. I send you healing energy. I send you the um the will to want to raise your frequency, to level up, or whatever the case may be, but not in comparison, in collaboration. And I see how this looks on you. I want to feel that same thing, not emulate it or imitate it, but actually feel it. Inner peace, inner knowing, inner fire, a inner belly, like yeah, belly laugh. Like you can't fake a belly laugh. You can't fake a belly laugh. Like it either hit or it don't. Like it either hit or it don't. It's either actually that funny or it ain't. Like you can't fake that. So instead of it being like, oh, I leveled up and now this person got to get like me, like, no, they don't necessarily have to, especially if that ain't in their mission. But also, it's a how can I assist? Um, even though I don't really fuck with Quavo, he's what he say? I'm willing to feed whoever. How can I help you? Like feed you from my garden, the shit that I grew, the shit that I nurtured, the shit that I planted and had a hand in helping it grow. Tangibly, how can I help you? And if I can't help you tangibly, how can I help you intangibly? And some of us see how we can help people intangibly, but still won't do it because you of the mind frame of I'm here and fuck that shit, I'm out. Like, yeah, no, like again, some people should fall by the wayside, yeah. You do have discernment in who you choose to help. But this feels like a person who claims to want to help, but that help isn't authentic to their like true cause. Like it feels like somebody who sees people in a vulnerable or unknowing state and sees what they're capable of, sees their potential, and wants to take a little bit here, a little bit there. So no, you don't have to stay connected, or I'm gonna stay connected to you long enough to be able to level up off of your energy. But is that sustainable? No, it's not. It's not. That's why every time you come around, every time they hear your name, every time they see an image of you, they're triggered because they didn't heal the trigger. You were reflecting back to them and they didn't see it, but they leveled up. So it's like an moment, but joke's on you because you still haven't tapped in and integrated what I triggered in you or vice versa. Very back of the deck. Fixing isn't healing. Yeah. You fix the problem. You put a band-aid on it. You put some caulking on it. But it's still mold behind that towel. It's still water seeping into that what you call it, the shit in between the installation and the waterproof barrier. That's all I could think of right now. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, some most times rejection is your protection. So why a motherfucker in that I high energy tribe, keep letting them be in that I high energy. You gonna have the last laugh because it seems like you realize that, bro, it ain't me. I had nothing but love for you, baby. What you got? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you got nothing but love for this motherfucker, but you sought me out with a goal in mind. And I just wanted to feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is not control. Attachment, fear, misunderstanding. Yeah, a hero. I can be your hero, baby. Well, bitch, I don't need one. Nobody needs one. Like the judgment card. Nobody coming to save you. That's internal. You come to save yourself. You come to save your lineage. And one more. Let's get one more. Maybe. Let them do. Invisible one. You shrinking down, you hiding. You taking invisibility as something bad when it's actually your superpower. It lends you that ear. It lends you that ability to listen and feel the vibes and see the patterns that ain't just up there on the surface while motherfucker performing and got they representative out there. Yeah. I've been the invisible one. Used to think that it was a bad thing, but as I grew older, I knew like, yeah, let me be the invisible one. Nobody paying attention to me. But while you not paying attention to me, I'm peeping the whole fucking scene. Oh, I can read a room, invisible or uninvisible. Spirit said, "Stop lying, bitch. You ain't never been invisible." I felt invisible then. I felt invisible, whether I was or wasn't. Like, yeah, Spirit had to remind me, like, bitch, you done been a target since fucking the tallest thing in the room, like the brightest light ever. But yeah, the loudest voice in the room always got the most attention. But motherfuckers still noticed you, is what Spirit is saying. Basically having me to relate to y'all. Cause I did see myself as the invisible one. Like motherfuckers didn't see me for real. Like they saw I guess my representative, but motherfuckers didn't see through to the me. Like if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Like, but yeah, I definitely was a perfectionist. So you could be a perfectionist, feeling like the pressure is on all the time, hypercritical of yourself. So you know what I'm saying, you view things differently than anybody on the outside would. I get it. Yeah. Fixer energy came still is still at the very back of it. It's like, you know, people who think that is the move to be the fixer, to be the go-to. No, that's only going to deplete you and have you questioning your self-care once you've done for everybody and realize that they're not going to reciprocate that same energy. And then you're of the mindset that they should because you did it for them, when the law of reciprocity is not one of equal give and take, is one of give without expectation of anything to come back. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, that's me, but you are still kind of, yeah. Bro, do you have to go to work today? Hello, chat. I'm just now looking at y'all. How y'all doing? Grand Rising or Great Awakenings? What he say? What's the mentee guy say? How y'all doing? Thank you for this. What's this number? What's these crown things? I don't know what that is, but thank you. How y'all doing? Oh, I'm speaking your story. I'm speaking your story. I'm resonating to you. That's what's up. Hopefully you're getting something from it. We moving on to the blessed and blocked deck. I know y'all seen me open it. Release the perfectionism. They bring it right back to that. Like your story don't have to be perfect. Not at all. Not at all. At the very bottom of the deck, we got spiritual hygiene starts with laundry. Clean your room. That's the message. Yeah, be disciplined to those life skills. Be disciplined to your life skills. Like, don't overexert your to-do list. Do what you can. Stop making Stop mistaking static for signals. Your anxiety isn't intuition, it's bad Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's misinterpreting things as well. like I was going through with the story of the invisible one, how I felt invisible, like the hypercriticism. It's really feeling like grounding and getting in touch with stillness, the quiet, so that you can eh, not only sharpen and heighten your discernment. Thank you, Spirit, because it's bringing me back to the Ace of Pens, which is the Ace of Swords. It brings you that clarity. It keeps you. It brings you back from out of the clouds. As I'm hearing daydream, I fell asleep beneath the flowers for a couple of hours. Yeah, which is something that is beneficial, but you got to come back down to earth at some point and ground. I'm really hearing and feeling the quote of as high as you want to extend up into the heavens is as deeply rooted as you have to be in order to sustain and not topple over. At the bottom of the deck, not everyone gets a ticket to your next season. You're allowed to outgrow people. Yes, you definitely are allowed to outgrow people, but it should be with love. Dead weight ain't a cute accessory. You can't glow if you won't let go. Yeah, but these are of things that don't serve you. Not removing yourself from someone's life and being and then acting as if you were the best thing since sliced bread, because you have some accountability in the dismantling of that relationship as well, no matter what it is. Yeah, you outgrew them and you weren't able to stay around and sustain because the frequency wasn't the same, but that does not necessarily make them the bad person. That doesn't necessarily make them the devil. Pretty packaging, toxic content. Karma isn't character. I mean, charm, excuse me, isn't character. I'm feeling like that in a sense, but I'm feeling like that in the sense of the person who is leaving and saying that they're leveling up. Like, they're charismatic, charming as fuck, but you're just moving from situation to situation and not learning the lesson. So yeah, you're charming, but you know, what's the sustenance that comes with you? You know, why is it that you're so charming? What is it that you are uh, attempting to evade with your charm, with your devilish ways? Bare minimum. You deserve flowers, not confusion. Yeah, you shouldn't accept the bare minimum, and you shouldn't give the bare minimum. But this feels like I said, a person that's a giver, 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 only to play the victim. Some people are people pleasers because that's in their nature and they were groomed to be such. Some people are people pleasers because they know that it's a manipulation tactic. There's a full spectrum when it comes to everything. So around here, over her, we're not only gonna act like the tribe is capable of all love and light. I don't believe in that toxic love and light shit because it takes all of it. It takes the full spectrum. When you right, I'm gonna congratulate you. When you're wrong, I'm gonna let you know. That's what a true friend does. Like, fuck you mean? Thank you for being a friend. No, we're not doing that over here. This is feeling like somebody that feel like they just, I'm on my spiritual path, I'm leveling up, I'm this, that, and the third, and but yet you're looking down on people who aren't on the same track as you, aren't at the same pace as you, and you are still negating to realize that it ain't everybody's journey to ascend in that way. But you're sent here to lead with love and teach and coach those who you can. That's why I spoke earlier about being able to discern who is going to utilize your help and who won't, who's just going to waste your time. And also to step away from feeling like anything that you put out, you should receive the same in kind. No, that's not the law of reciprocity. There's some rejection in things that you don't get for a reason. That rejection is there for a reason. That expectation is there for a reason as well. And you only feel rejection when you have an expectation of something being given to you, something being validated. Your heartbreak isn't Broadway ready. Oh Lord. Not every feeling deserves a full musical. Is that not what the yeah, like sometimes you gotta sit back and think, like, am I really taking this full spectrum of a relationship into context before I go and assess who's to blame? They were given the bare minimum, but because everyone I meet is a reflection of me, where was I given the bare minimum? They were given the bare minimum in finances, maybe. And maybe I was given the bare minimum in freaking lifestyle skills, like cleaning up after myself, being in communication with what's going on in the house so that there's no miscommunication on plans that need to be made, or just like the real intricate parts of the relationship where communication is key, especially when you're in a dwelling of in a partnership. Things need to be talked about. Yeah, once we done got past the charm and the honeymoon phase, and we done got into the meat and potatoes of it, like, yeah, I need a recipe to make pot roast. I don't really need a recipe to make coffee. Yeah, stop. Stop cosplaying fear as guidance. Anxiety on the shirt. Anxiety across your chest, all in your chest. Heart chakra blocked like a mug. That wasn't intuition. That was anxiety in a cape. Yeah. That was somebody watching you, all right. But they weren't watching you to cause you no harm. They watching you to say, hey, little sis, you might not want to do that. Hey, little sis, let's rethink that. Hey, little sis, let's sit down. Take a deep breath, count to 10. Law of attraction isn't law of laziness. Stop calling it manifesting. It's just daydreams. Yeah. Right back to this. You can have a dream, but you're gonna need to plan it out as well. You gotta come back down. You gotta ground. As high as your daydream is, should be as grounded as your tangible possibilities are. Your tangible because I wasn't looking, it's not, possibility is not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling your tangible accessibility, your tangible skill set. So as big as you dream, you gotta understand and know that's as much work as you're gonna have to put in to learn and put in your 10,000 hours. Janae Ayoko is coming. That's the second time one of her songs came up in here. But instead of missing somebody for 10,000 hours, which you probably have, this feels like somebody that, again, back to the energy of the person that's I have blocked. Like back to that person is like, yeah, you done spent a lot of hours with this person living rent free, running around your brain, Rihanna love on the brain, feeling rejected. So that rejection turns into spite and fake laughter. because thank you, spirit, thank you for bringing me back to this card. And fake laughter and fake, unbotheredness, because you got the mask. The mask is laughing, but the actual skeleton is crying, shedding those tears. Shed so many tears. Yeah, probably not physically. Wonder why as I walk by. Yeah, to get that activist energy coming back up again. It's a lot going on. So I mean, I get it and I understand, but it's about prioritizing our peace, prioritizing how we utilize our energy, what we pour into, because what I said before, what you pour into pours back into you. Signs everywhere, volume still on mute. Yeah, because it's all about where you look. It's all about what you choose to look at. Of course, there's hella foul shit going on, but on the other end, and in different spectrums, there's a lot of other things that are going on that are not as fearful and inflicting on your nervous system, where you can travel to different areas and realms to where you're not feeling the constant of the rejection energy. You're not feeling the constant of the down. But I'm also feeling a lot of people delving into the shadow work, because you realizing, I don't like this shit. This ain't I don't like what's going on right now. I don't like what's going on within me, and I don't like what's going on outside of me. And you're questioning yourself on uh how you can make the change. Michael Jackson again. Spirits typing, but you're not listening. Yeah. It's like you're listening to the anxiety over your intuition. Because of course anxiety is louder. But once anxiety get loud like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing subwoofers, because it's bringing me to like how that the with music, there's the in your face bass, and then there's like that low subwoofer kind of bass that carries throughout the whole song, but is not really noticeable in all areas of the track. And it's giving me a lot of track shit too, and feet and running, and yeah, running from things, running towards things. A law of cause and effect. Thank you, spirit. Like, just, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. At the very back of the deck, we got block contact. Girl, blocking is free. Therapy isn't. Delete his number, not your self respect. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't that what the fuck I said. Like, you can move on, but don't lower your vibration while you think you raising it by trying to tarnish somebody else's name or somebody else's image, or just feeling a way about someone that you separated from, other than leaving with love. Like, because if you still have some type of resentment or negative connotation about that person, there's a mirror to be faced in that. And I'm not talking about like no abusive type of situation. Like, we all should be grown and smart enough to know that I'm just speaking on something that just didn't work out, because it was never going to work out, because you went strictly off of the vibes before getting to know whether or not it was sustained. You stepped out into the snow without understanding whether or not you had a stable landing. So you face planted. And now it ain't nobody fault but yours. I'm fucking funny, my daughter. She probably pissed off right now. But I'm just that's just an analogy that I'm saying. Like, no, it ain't all one sided. It's most times it never really is. Like, and then the accountability of it is even more of, not trying to victim blame, but where were the red flags? Why weren't they paid attention to? They came out with the skeleton deck. Yeah, it's at the bottom of the deck. Thought it was a vibe. Red flags, fantasy, false hope. So where is your accountability even in an abusive situation? Where is your accountability on the fact that you let the representative make you fall in love with the fantasy and the hope of what could be versus looking at the actual factuals of this motherfucker's on fire. I'm here mystical. Call the people for me. I'm on fire. Like, but listening to that whole song, like, why did he catch on fire? Okay. Honestly, that's the real miracle. Honestly, that's the real miracle. Yeah. Congratulations. You made it out alive. Barely. Yeah. Survival. Being resilient. Laughing through the pain. Laughing to keep from crying. Like, but moving accordingly. Like, not being lazy, not being dramatic, not relying on the fact that a person was charming and witty enough to, trick you out your panties and trick you out your love. Like, it's a responsibility of your own to have some sense of self-care, to have a list of things that are requirements, non-negotiables. Like, it's up to you to protest what things that are going on with within yourself and within your situations. Like, it's your responsibility to realize that rejection is protection instead of getting the rejection and it's like, oh no, I want it so bad and I'm just gonna go back for it because you got what you got. Now you got what you got. So we can't be mad about that. Don't lose your self-respect and your dignity in any situation. And start to think a little bit longer, you know? And most importantly, understand what it is that you want and don't want. A lot of us know what we don't want, but do you know what you want? As you prioritizing that quiet time to think on those things, on what it is that you want and how best you could pursue it and how best you can save yourself because nobody's coming to save you in no situation. I'm hearing legacy, 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 legacy. Looking at the Joy Luck Club, the Ten of Papers, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Now we moving into this pink oracle. It's pink oracle deck. It says that it's Lenormand meets tarot, but I'm not getting those vibes, tribe. I'm just not. I'm not getting those vibes from them, but I did get some good messages out of them. Oh, we got the fox. Cleverness. Yeah. You able to, yeah. Charming. You can chuck and jive. You can find the solution to whatever the problem is, but are you going to accept the solution? Is your mental solution based, or are you the kind of person that sees the solution and always has a rebuttal for that? Are you able to bridge the gap? Is what I'm getting. Are you able to be the architect of how you're going to navigate obstacles and perceived dead ends? I don't feel like you can do that without self-care. I don't feel like you can do that with a chaotic mind. I don't feel like you can do that without that dark night of the soul, without that time of isolation. Without that time of learning these universal laws, conflict is strengthening, conflict is training, conflict is, in most cases, necessary, because that's how you find out different things about yourself and others, and whether or not you are in agreement or whether or not you all align. Everything that brings tension isn't bad. Everything that makes you have to put in a little more effort isn't necessarily an obstacle or a burden to carry. Sometimes it's just helping to strengthen whatever that muscle is that you need to strengthen or even acknowledge. Because I'm getting the sense of somebody who has never worked out or hasn't worked out in a long time, and they said, I didn't even know I had muscles there. That's what I heard. I didn't even know I had muscles there. But spirit is calling me to call out the fact that some pains and some um, things, injuries that happen from working out don't always align with the muscles. There's ligaments, tissues, all types of things under the skin that lie beneath that can be injured, torn, scarred. And so it's about, diving deep, understanding the intricacies of the full spectrum, of the full vessel in things, instead of looking at things one way or another, or picking out different perspectives. To get a true understanding of it is to be able to continue to learn in it, to be able to continue to seek out different angles. Billiards is what I'm hearing. Billiards, like, I guess learning how to play pool. I'm hearing I'll never use that. So I'm also picking up on the person who felt that they learned in the past would never benefit them until they attempted to do something that they had interest in, and it kind of all came full circle. Why geometry and trigonometry could help with something as simple as learning to play pool. How what they say, the military, what are you saying, Spirit? How the military and chess can teach you strategy. Thank you, Spirit. That's for somebody. So yeah, conflict isn't always, oh wow, isn't always the end. It's not always the end all be all. Sometimes it's the beginning. Sometimes it's where you figure out, like, damn, where you get that damn moment, like, I didn't realize that, I didn't know that, that was the furthest thought from my mind, is the what I'm getting from that. Like, is in the end is not the end. Like, it's just a transition to something different. Energy doesn't die; it just transfers. And this is giving me somebody who, like, I'm feeling like something in my heart center, like grief, and agony. So it's like not being so scientific and so of this physical world that you neglect the spiritual world and neglect to understand that you can still speak to the ones that are no longer here in physical form. That was for somebody. Somebody feels like someone's death was a rejection upon them. They're taking someone else's death in the wrong way. Well, not the wrong way. They're the way they're internalizing their grief is not good for them in their mental state. Thank you, Spirit. At the very back of the deck, mystery. Yeah, sometimes we got to unlock the mystery. Sometimes conflict will unlock the mystery of what could be learned, should be learned. Something vague, secret, not fully understood, or concealed from knowledge. Yeah. And that's what I'm getting, like, with the banned book energy. It comes to shine the light on the things that are not only in the forefront, but the things that are the intricacies of why specific things are banned and shunned, rejected. I'm hearing they want us lazy. I heard that when I looked at the law of attraction, ain't the law of laziness. Like, it still takes some work. Just like with the Empress card they're giving me, like the Empress still do work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that co-creation is not always tangible. Thank you, Spirit. Co-creation is not always tangible. Some co-creation energy you're only gonna feel, you won't ever see. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Reverse disharmony. Yeah. So yeah, you in harmony. It says this mismatch of different perspectives, ideas, or actions, conflict between people, ideas, or elements. They're saying that that's not really what it is, because it's bringing me to my essence of duality card, contradictory but complementary. Like, it's all about the way that you look at it. Like, and being in harmony is not looking at one perspective. Being in harmony is looking at multiple perspectives, is looking at what what is being utilized in that time, in that moment, in that season, is what I'm getting. Like, harmony doesn't look the same all the time, is what they're giving me. It doesn't always look like one thing. Thank you, Spirit. And of course, because we're people are different. So what looks harmonious to me may not look harmonious to the next person. Shit, what looks like conflict to me may not look like conflict to the next person. And that's why we need my perspective. Thank you, Spirit. Wise at the bottom of the day. Yeah, I know some things. I won't profess to say I know it all, because I came into this life knowing that I'm gonna be learning until my soul leaves. Like, this is what to me, this is what we're here for, to learn about ourselves and how our impact impacts the collective. At the very back of the day, harmony. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. How we exchange with each other, how we co-create with the inner child. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, how you co-create with the inner child, because the world, society, societal views, societal norms is what takes you away from your knowing of yourself. Because up until a certain age, we know exactly who we are and what we want to do and what we want to be, but we have to learn to navigate this world, and that is what starts to get our signals off track, because you have a knowing, you have a feeling of what it is that you want to do, but you can't put it to words. But those of us who find that feeling again, where we know, like, this is what it was, but I never would have known. I never would have known how to articulate that at freaking 12, 13 years old. So when a motherfucker asked me what I wanted to be, I said some outlandish shit like an astronaut, or like. And then even in that, when people ask us at a young age what you want to be, that's when it starts. Oh, you can't do that. Be a little more realistic. Like, especially if you have a certain demographic, like, they are already setting it up to put you in a specific category so that they can create conflict and division once you get grown. But I feel like a lot of us are wise enough to see through that. That's why, yeah, ban books. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Captive. A lot of us realize, like, we not really in captive. And this bird isn't even really in captive. It can fit through there. It can't fly. It won't be able to fly through there, but it can definitely, hip hop its way on up out of there. That's enough space. It looked like it to me. It might get a little scar, a little nick from that piece of metal that's bent or broken. Nah, it ain't even no piece of metal right there. That's a whimsical part of the tree. Yeah. So it's like you're not even captive for real. It's giving me that experiment on the freaking, what was it? The gnats, the gnats, the whatever. They've done several experiments on insects and animals to show how you can be captive in the mind, but your physical being is actually free. But the indoctrination in the um hypnosis, I'm getting the what's the word I'm looking for, because neither one of those are the words that I'm looking for. Yeah, I get it. I feel like I get it. Boomerang. Yeah, it creates the loop. It creates uh a ceiling where there is not one. It creates generations living the same life over and over again until you get to that generation that's like, hold on, wait a fucking minute now. Are you telling me we still going off the rules of motherfuckers that's been dead and gone long, long, long time, hundreds of years ago, and in some instances thousands of years ago? No fucking way. The times was different then. Why the fuck we still agreeing to this bullshit? I'm not captive. I'm not rejected. I'm not the black sheep. I'm not this. I'm not that. I am exactly who the fuck I say I am, and you're gonna respect that. Yeah, having the kahunas enough, having the inner knowing, the inner peace to say, yeah, no, yeah, no. This is I said what I said. Yeah, that's the mystery. You could be as vague as you want to be. You could be cryptic even if you want to. They are. Like, you're not fucking you're not captive. Come up out of that. It just take effort. It just take effort, wisdom, and the willingness to question is what I'm getting. And it's gonna take a lot of effort because it even takes some time to even get to the mountain. Is what I'm feeling like looking at this. Like, you're gonna go on an adventure like Huck Finn. Yeah, the fuck, this is an adventure. I'm hearing getting lost in the clouds. There's like two levels of clouds. Yeah, and to me, clouds are always like distractions. Like, clouds are distraction energy to me because you can be distracted in both good and bad ways by clouds. Clouds in the sky that are forming different things give you imaginative, creative energy, and you know the the inspired action to do specific things. Clouds that bring storms bring fear when there's really nothing to fear. It's precipitation. And there's nothing to fear when there's planning done. Because weather isn't new. Traumatic storms are not new. The infrastructure should be there so that people are prepared to ride the storm out. And I feel like that's what is needed most internally, because these things are storms. All the stuff that's going on politically and worldwide with the conflict and all of that, all of this shit, none of this shit is new. I'm what, 41. It's been a war damn near in every decade that I've been on this planet. Like, are you fucking serious right now? This is a loop. So we should be prepared for it. It shouldn't be hysteria where it's like, wow, we don't know what to do. We know exactly what the fuck to do. And the main thing would have been, you know, for those that do vote different. Wow, it's such a mind-boggling thing. I'm scratching my head at how the fuck it's like, but then again, we got the It's either this or that. You could get with this or you could get with that. And you can get with this or you can get with that. No, bitch. No, I don't want to get with neither one of them. I don't want to get with neither one of them. Come up with something new. Come up with something different. I need a little more effort from you motherfuckers. I need a little more effort from you motherfuckers to give me one of the other choices. I got more choices when I go fucking shopping on Amazon. Are you fucking serious? No. I said what I said. Wise. Wisdom. This is wisdom here. Like, are you fucking serious? No, you're not about to get me to get down with that shit. Like, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe with, and y'all can deal with what y'all want to deal with. Y'all can be complicit to whatever it is that you want to be complicit to. What's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. And I don't have to do the same thing that you do. Judge ye not. Ain't that what they say? Yeah, I'm that type of person. Whereas, like, yeah, if we're gonna live off of these old quotes and old ways and old sayings, do not get butt hurt when I bring it back to you on the platter that you tried to serve me. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. We don't do that. I told y'all I'm not just one way. You're not just gonna get this or that with me. I'm a full spectrum. My friendship comes with congratulations. It comes with I will check your ass. You are not fucking right. That's not cool. We don't need to argue. Sit your ass down. Let's have a conversation. What emotion is it that you're feeling right now? Because I'm not the problem here. I thought we were having a discussion. I thought we was chilling. Now you want to be mad because I don't have the exact same view as you about a particular subject? When at the end of the day, we gonna die? Do you not want this shit to be better for our children? All of our children? Yeah, I don't know how I got there because that ain't me. Like, no. But I guess that's our energy. That's what happens when I'm live. You just never know. But again, anchor down. A lot of, we got 3 cars of shit up in the sky. Anchor down. Ground. Help something grow. Spirit, keep bringing me back to this car. Help something grow. What's young, new, vulnerable, or ready to expand and needs your help to mature. Gardening is grounding because it yields tangible results. Grow what can be touched or held, like a home addition, coin collection, food bank, or core muscle. Growing numbers on a screen, social followers, or stock shares won't create cozy comfort. Get offline. Your life force is fertile. Altruism connects your roots. Altruism, ALTISM. Got to look that word up here, bringing me back to it. I got to do it. Let me check in with the chat. Thank you. Thank you for the crown thingy. Hi, how y'all doing? Now let's look this word up. Altruism. Selfless concern for the well-being of others without care for one's own interests. Unselfishness. The zoology definition: behavior of an animal that benefits another and it at its own expense. That sounds like martyrdom. That sounds like being a martyr. I don't know about that. What's the root word? Latin to this other, somebody else. Let's look up the etymology. Unselfishness, devotion to the welfare of others, the opposite of egoism, coined or popularized, coined or popularized in 1830 by French philosopher. Okay. It also referenced the Data of Ethics from 1879. Theo Phrasatus, Theoprastus, such by George Eliot from 1879 is referenced in regards to this. So it feels like helping one another, having concern for others, which brings me back to the protest card. But again, your protests don't always have to be out in the street. Protests don't always have to be out in the street. It's gonna take wisdom. It's gonna take strategy. It's gonna take some things being a mystery. Thank you, Spirit. But again, let's come off of that, Spirit, because I don't do political things. Like that's not me, and we not gonna go there. But I know that's the energy in the room must be. So let's anchor and ground it to something else. Yeah, we're not gonna let that boomerang. With seeing that boomerang this time around, I'm getting Sokka, the last Airbender, to lighten up, to have your inner child have a say. Watch anime, and just different cartoons. Thank you, Spirit. Pinky and the Brain came up last week. Ren and Stimpy came up. Yeah, devil came back out. Yeah, the devil is definitely at play. The devil energy that believing that are chained. Yeah, that energy needs to go. It needs to, you need to blow the candle out on that. you get what I'm saying? Like, you need to blow the candle out on that. Like, and then it is about making a wish. Because I'm hearing Boys to Men, close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candle. But I'm getting that is like I said blow out the candle on that because seeing that candle and how it's exhausted in that way, like you're being exhausted by these constant conflicts, like this rotation, this loop, this boomerang of world conflict. And that's just something that I feel like motherfuckers don't really need to be paying attention to unless you can absolutely positively make an impact on it. You're not a soldier, so don't have your ass out on the streets. Like, it's really like it's giving stay at home energy. Like, and of course people need to do, or do they? Thank you, Spirit. Before I even finish the statement, do you really need to do what they say you need to do? Like, but nah, I don't think motherfuckers really ready for them all out strikes. Like, we not fuck this shit. I'm out. Nobody's really worried. Nobody's really in that energy yet. Fuck this shit. I'm done. Fuck this shit. I'm out. Like, that's a song. I really need to figure out where that came from. It's not a song. It's like a little jingle. It came from a show. Fuck this shit. I'm out. If you know, you know. But I'm really feeling that. Like, quit being exhausted by the BS. Blow the shit out. Blow it in the wind, because it's all smoke and mirrors anyway. Thank you, Spirit. Because I did go off on a tangent to say, like, I'm feeling smoke and mirrors with the devil energy both times it came out. Like, because being charming is smoke and mirrors as well. That's like I said, letting your representative show up, the charming, charismatic, you know, uh, person to be the forefront, the fun loving, wait, there's more energy coming to the forefront instead of, being like, what the fuck is up? Like, yeah, the vibe is cool right now, but this can't sustain. Just like how I feel with the people that are always in the bubbly, loving light energy, that shit can't sustain. Like, the tide has to turn, the pendulum has to swing. You're not always just stuck on one side. It's a full range in this motherfucking swing of the pendulum. It's a full range in the swing. It's a full range in the tides of the ocean. Yeah, they splash against the earth and then go back out and splash back, but some continue to keep going. And then there's a whirlwind. There's different levels of the water in the ocean. That's why people can get carried away by the undercurrents. It's like everybody's paying attention to the water that's rushing up on the shore and not being prepared to jump in and experience the undercurrent. Just like I spoke of my daughter's not being able to realize and test out the snow before she was thigh deep in it. Like, it's wealth in experience. Not only the wealth is what you make it to be. They assign wealth to money. They assign wealth to gold. They assign wealth to diamonds. They assign wealth to. They assigned the wealth. You can assign it to. You don't have to be on board with the on board. Like, that's really what I'm feeling like, and it's feeling like self care is going to lead you to that harmonized energy of what is it that I really want to do. What is it that's going to have me feel a range of emotions but fulfilled? Because I can, yeah, in this moment I can truly say that in my healing journey, there's, and even throughout a day, I have a range of emotions, but at the end of the day, I'm harmonized in the season that I'm in right now. I'm no longer wanting to rush things. I'm no longer wanting to be on anyone else's timeline. And I feel like that's what it means. That's what we're supposed to be getting around to. For some reason, that's just what I feel like. And I feel like right now we about to hit a couple of inner child messages, because I got that twice. I want to know what the inner child has to say. Noise is about to be a bell. I want to clear that out. And it's been a while since we had incense lit, so bear with me. You're here for a reason, but you're not held captive. You don't have to stay. Thank you, Spirit. We gonna set the tone. We got that all that conflict that's coming up, bubbling over. It's bringing me back to the ink well. Now we about to let the love bubble over, the healing bubble over, and hear what Thank y'all for tuning in. For all those that tuned in and are still here, now I know what these cards are here for. Just to let y'all know, y'all kind of went on a journey with me. Oh, unbeknownst to y'all, oh my goodness, unbeknownst to y'all, y'all kind of went on a journey with me. I always review my decks, interview them, and see what they came to do. Because most of the decks that I get, I'm called to buy them, over others. Because there's several. I'm talking about several hundreds of decks in my shopping list, but only a few make the cut each time I go to purchase. And I feel like that's intuitive. So I always question why the deck came and why it came at the time that it came at. Why is it here now? What you here? What she here for, Ike? I always ask my decks what they're here for. So I know that these decks, the Banned Books deck, the what is this called? The Dead Inside deck, the Shadow Work deck, and the Blessed and Blocked deck are here to kind of comb through the conflicts and to kind of help us to expose those things that we aren't zeroing in at, the intricacies that we're not looking at within ourselves. It's going to help us along this journey. Is I feel like all of these are going to help with shadow work. The self-care deck and the comforting wisdom oracle are going to be utilized like the other decks of its kind, where it's calling attention to where we're having trouble either grieving, trouble in navigating our intuition awakening, where we're lacking the self care, the gratitude for ourselves on this journey, and things that are going to bring us like some comforting words. Those are what those are going to be utilized for. So, as y'all seen in the pre-shuffle of the Inner Child Healing deck, we got a few cards that came out. In reverse, we got Heal Your Betrayal Wound. I feel like a lot of people are staying stuck in that. A lot of people are playing stuck in the blame game of life. Stand on your own feet. Be generous. Breathe and sit with yourself. So these cards that came out in reverse are what people are struggling with. And it all has to do with calling your power back to you. You getting stuck telling the same story of betrayal instead of realizing those people that were generous, instead of going sitting in silence, giving yourself those self-care moments throughout your day to sit with yourself, be still, meditate, work on your breathing, calm your nervous system, integrate whichever part of the soul needs your attention. And it's all about calling your power back to you. Master number 33. We got 55, 12, 3 again. 1221. 1221 is significant. 2112, those times are significant. 2112, that's military time. What's that? What is that? 8? Is that 821? 812, I mean. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, 9. It's 912. 912. I'm hearing a moment after 9/11. 9/11, the number has been coming up a lot for me too. But the reason they brought me to that, and I get y'all can laugh if y'all want to. Like I'm not ashamed. I will definitely count. I don't just automatically do military time, but I know how to tell it. I know how to calculate it. I know how to compute. Don't laugh at me. Don't be on that. But 9/12, and for this reading specifically, the reason why I got the moment after 9/11. The spirit is calling for the camaraderie, the helpful energy, the altruism, altruism energy of the moments after that moment. So the days after that moment, the I'm healing energy that was amongst America during that time, the moments after 9/11. So it's like it's bringing me back to conflict being the flashlight on the problems of a nation. Thank you, Spirit. And about power and who holds the power and who you believe holds the power. And that's going to be for each individual person. But what else? Honor the light in you and in others. Yes, definitely. Not comparing, just realizing I got a light and you got a light too. I'm here. I'll take care of you. Who was that? Rihanna and Drake. I know you've been hurt by someone else. I can tell the way you carry yourself. But if you let me, here's what I'll do. I'll take care of you. Yeah, that's I've loved and I've lost. That song is significant for somebody. Oh shit, we got master number 33 and 44. So 33, 44, 55. And then 3. We got 3 again. Enjoy your shower. Yeah, cleanse. Release. Cleanse and release. Spiritual bath is what I'm getting. Spiritual shower. If you don't have a tub to soak in. Shit, the dump water challenge. Do it, do it like that. Do it in that way. If you don't even like everybody, needing to cleanse, needing to purge, needing to enjoy a cleansing. Number 22, 33, 44, 55. Shut the front fucking door and open the back. Wow. Reconcile with your inner child. Yeah, a bridge. Yeah, we get bridge with these cards. Bridging the gap. We got bridge at some point. It probably just still inside the deck. Bridging the gap. Bridging the gap, healing the divide. The divide is what I heard. Bridging the gap, healing the divide. Cleansing a nation. Y'all really want me to talk about political shit, Spirit? I don't. Self-acceptance. Yeah. Lay your burdens down. I'm getting the laying your burdens down. I'm getting full moon energy from this as well. I'm hearing winter moon. Winter moon, Sailor Moon. Yeah, somebody liked the Sailor Moon. Yeah, this is about, getting back into there. I'm not going to look up what that moon is. We're just going to leave that like that is. But the fact that 2 through 5 master numbers showed up 22, 33, 44, 55. That's a catalyst. And I feel like these are catalyst moments. What's up? What you got to say, Benny Blue? Okay, Benny. Out the gate. I am becoming all I wish to be. Transformation. Shut. Shit. Yeah, we definitely transforming. Joy sprouts within me. 7. Fertile foundation. Your life force is fertilization. Mm, mm, mm. I see the beauty in me every day. 43, beautiful soul. That's 7 again. 977 777 9311. Maybe won't you give me a call? Let me stop. But that's what came through. I overflow with the energy of creation. Thank you, Spirit. Said before we even go on, Spirit said, get it. You better get it. Where is it at? I don't think it's out here. I don't think it's out here, Spirit. Yeah. I don't think it came out. We saw it. We definitely saw it, but I don't think it came out. Yep. Sorry, Spirit, it didn't come out. It didn't come out. He said, sorry, my ass, if you don't get that card. So, because it wasn't far behind. Judgment right behind it. They was at the very back of the deck. So Judgment is at the very back of the deck, and Ace of Inkwells. That's the message. I overflow with the energy of creation. You are enough. Number 24, which breaks down to a 6. The color purple. Yeah, you are enough. Calling your power back. You gonna call your power back. You gonna hone your power. Like why can I not remember her name in color purple? Um yeah, y'all don't be mad at me. I cannot remember her name from color purple. But it's Whoopi Goldberg. She realized she was enough, and yeah, she yoked up. She stood up until you do right by me. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 Calling the power back. Like, if you don't, what is it for you? Yeah. 42. Celebrate. Wow. That's a mirroring number. That's a mirroring number. Celebrate yourself. Find joy. Joy first. This is probably what this is gonna be. Joy first. 42, 24. Mirroring numbers. You are enough. Realize it and celebrate it. Celebrate your uniqueness. It's a party every day. Yeah. 7 again. 25. Which breaks down to a 7. Resilience. Several mistakes have been made, will be made, but keep trucking. Keep cooking. I learn and grow at every opportunity. I bring joy to the world up under that heart wisdom. Yeah, like that anxiety blocked that heart chakra. It do. I had fun with y'all today. We took it a lot of different places. I know some folks got mad and left. You know, some people just wasn't interested. I hold no one hostage, but we had a good time today. We delved on a lot of things. I hope y'all took something away from it. I hope y'all enjoyed the decks. We will definitely be using them in different capacities from here on out. Welcome to the Interviewing a Deck Club. I did this back in the way back when I first started this channel too. I didn't go live because I wasn't able to go live then, but I definitely done interviewed a few decks on my platform. But as a live event, This is the first time it's been done. Welcome to the club. If you don't usually interview Dex, I popped your cherry. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm getting mad goofy. I'm not tired of nothing. I'm just getting mad goofy. I'm gonna take a break. Again, I thank y'all for showing up. I love y'all. Let me know in the comments. Oh, let me check the chat before I go. Really ain't nobody else said nothing in the chat. It's 3 people watching, 13 likes, 313 could be significant. I do thank y'all for stopping through. The 3 people that's still here, I love y'all the most. It's like, nah, but I do love y'all for sticking around, staying to the end. If you did stay to the end, if you just popped in, what up? It's over now. I'm through. But until I see y'all again, tribe, peace. I love y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Do good things. Make good choices.